Some of you YouTubers, both Ghanaian YouTubers and Nigerian YouTubers, some of you content creators, TikTokers, I won't say I'm disappointed. You just exposed who you are. And for so many of you, I was never disappointed because that's what I've been saying. You jump to speak just the way you jumped to speak. And that is wrong on so many levels. One of you actually stood your ground. You painted a narrative. Like, you watched this narrative and you dumped it out there. You are one of the major orchestrators of this on social media. And you call yourself a smart person. You exposed your naivety. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Qinspride. This is a topic that is very dicey, and I would love everyone listening to me right now to watch this video from the beginning through the end. Please do not jump into the comment section. Second, I would love you to drop your nation of origin by the side and step into this topic. All Nigerians, please drop every tribal sentiments. Keep them aside for now. Keep them aside. Let us have a discussion. A lot of things are going on in Ghana. A lot of things are going on in Ghana. How did we come to this point? You'll be hearing an agitation. Nigeria must go. People are agitating on social media. What is going on? What happened? Can we talk about it, please?
Arise, O Nigerians, the ancestors call to thee. The spirits of the spirits, the echoes of strength, rings through the chosen. Arise, O the chosen ones, the giant of Africa. In unity we stand, in resilience we conquer. Africans are true to the ancient figure.
If you are a subscriber of my channel, you will understand one thing about my channel. I don't rush to create content of a trending topic until I have all my facts. Why? Because I want this channel to be a channel for mature minds. This is one of the videos that has been circulated online by mischievous as one of the videos of Ghanaians protesting against Nigerians. But this is false. This rally right here is actually a rally and not any protest against Nigerians. Please take notes. This next one I'm showing you now is the protest. Just take a good look at it and see the protest with your own eyes. And yes, these are the people protesting. And of course, you can see the crowd with your eyes. You are seeing them, right? Do not let social media deceive you. So many of them went and brought out videos of campaigns, election campaigns and rallies and festivals. Please do not let them deceive you.
Nigerians will dominate you, the Igbos will dominate you. And when it comes to the Igbos, you can't compete with them. Yes, let me be honest. When it comes to the Igbos, you cannot compete with them. This is the time you guys have to get up and fight for your nation.
And to you, Igbo must go. Now I say Igbo must.
I don't buy that. I mean, this Igbo must go idea. Africa belongs to Africans, and the Igbos, they are not Chinese, they are not Pakistanis, they are not. I mean, what do you call it? Russians. They are Africans. So why Igbo must go? They are Africa. Africa belongs to Africans. So why should Igbos must go? Go to where? We are all immigrants. Igbo must go. No? Go back and then read your history. Assassin Igbo must go. No? Once upon a time, you came there through what? Banter. And you'll be assassin of Tiso and I'll be coin and I will jay. And the assassin out to Igbo must go no. And your wasasi, go back and then read your history.
Abusia, just say, me say.
It will surprise you to know that so many Nigerians are not aware of this Igbo king issue in Ghana. You know, when I tell people that Nigeria is too big, so many people are not aware. Do know that a lot of people watch all these things on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. There are Nigerians that are so busy that they don't even know what is going on. So, for those on my channel who are not yet aware of the trending issue, I will bring you up to speed. For those of us that know about it but may be confused, I will let you know. And for those of us agitated, who are going to talk about everything on this channel. Alright, a Ghanaian content creator dropped a video or a short clip that went viral. In that video, the Igbo Ghana, that is the leader of the Igbo community in Ghana, was alleged to have acquired 250 plots of land, which is 50 acres of land in Ningo Pram in the Greater Accra region for the creation of Igbo village. Some even alleged that he wants to establish an Igbo kingdom. The name of the man involved and being dragged into this controversy is Dr. Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu. By his titles, I will address him as His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu, Ezo Hazurume 1, Eze Igbo Ghana. He hails from Imo State, precisely from Amibo in Wangle local government area, Imo State. He is the son of Ananze and the grandnephew of King Jaja of Opobo. Now, I'm going to play the short clip, and I want you to look at the clip very well. Meanwhile, I'm going to post the current picture of this Ezandibo of Ghana, and you watch this other clip. The uploader of this video even made a mistake of uploading the current picture or video of the king, and later uploaded the former video made. Unfortunately, the gullible audience did not take notice. That is so sad.
Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders from Igbo as a nation from the Nigerian state deserves more. The father of all projects on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana, and of course the first in the world.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiquities of Igbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Igbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. You know, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street, that's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogwo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Zemaladi Henetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have rights to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat. And we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you know you're coming into Igbo.
Igbo king no Obagana say Obeton calculator in 1995. Oba no na calculator business in air kosoro. But
now you've watched the clip in 2013, which never materialized because as at that time, the land was under litigation. And of course, when they wanted to make their initial payment, they were told to hold on by the people. And later on, because of course litigation process is not an easy process within Africa safe. Even within Africa, it can last for 3, 4 or 5 years. So after waiting a while, they had to forget about the plan and reinvested their money in other things, and life moved on. However, 12 years later, the recent repost of this old video triggered a big outrage in Ghana, especially with the controversies between the two nations for the past years. And so it became a point of outrage in Ghana and also concerns in Nigeria. I also want to address the kingship status. In Igbo land, not all kings are from the royal lineage, especially with the recent granting of autonomous communities. Right? Granting autonomy to a large community enables their young and able-bodied sons and daughters, both at home and in the diaspora, to channel their resources home and directly to their community. And hence, in some lands or in some kingdoms in Igbo land, there are villages within a kingdom. And so each of these villages do have a king, or you can call them the autonomous community kings. All the kings of these villages are answerable to one royal king. Okay, and this royal king, the lineage is of the royal throne. And only upon his death shall the sons next in line or the successor assume the throne. So it's of the royal lineage. However, for the other kings, that is the village kings, that is the autonomous kings, it is an office. Upon the death of any of the king, the kingship title does not pass onto the sons but goes out to another clan. And the kings of the autonomous communities, or the kings of the villages, and the Nzes. And when I mention Nzes are the highest title in the land. Now, these kings and the Nzes make up the royal cabinet members of the supreme king of the kingdom. Meaning that an Eze can be appointed amongst a large group of people, okay? And it is an official title, not inherited, alright? Except upon declaration. Now, the Ohanese and Igbo, made up of the Onowus, or people from the blood lineage of the Onowus, the chiefs, the Nzes, can upon approval crown a king to organize people. It doesn't mean that they are royal kings, except if upon declaration, okay, by the Nzes and the Onowus. And once a decree is passed on how it will be done, it will not be reversed easily, except on a threatening occasion. And so whoever dug up this clip and reposted it, making sure that it went viral, was definitely not working alone. Because the only way Ezendibo Ghana can be removed from his office or from his seat aside death is only through a threatening controversy, similar to what just happened. So, someone somewhere was threatened and they did this. Now, I'll be talking about Nigerians first before I'll go to the Igbos. Nigerians value community more. It will be difficult for a Nigerian to go to a nation and just stay there alone, except maybe something happened. So they would love to identify with their own people over there. Now, If you go to America, you will see the Yorubas, you will see the Igbos, the Ikweres, the Ibipios, and the rest of them. That is who we are as Nigerians. Now, let us narrow it down to the Igbos. The sense of communal life within the Igbos or amongst the Igbos are very high. The Igbos do not joke with community. Now, for those of you that schooled in Igbo land, you will know what I'm saying. There is something they call the Aporapo meeting that they do I think it's every Thursday, some schools every Friday, some schools every Saturday, sometimes once in a month. They will always gather together. These are their village meetings in the university. A typical Igbo person would love the children to identify with their culture. And so wherever they go to, they like to identify with one another and form that bond. They are Nigerians. When you go to people's land, learn to abide by their rules and regulations. Obey their laws. It's very simple. It is very simple. It is very, very simple, my people. When you go to someone's land, calm down. Be calming down. Go through their guidelines and obey their laws. Ensure that your documents are properly set. Ensure that your documents are complete. My dear brothers and sisters, when you go to people's land, you cannot overshadow them or overtake them in their land. Everyone will not be like you. You may go to other regions in your nation and you wax strong. It is your nation. But when you go outside your nation, please obey them. You cannot go there and take over the land. It is not done anywhere. You know very well that you will not even accept that. And so if you know what you cannot accept in your own land, please do not do it in another person's land. I come in peace. You cannot go to their land and expect them to be like your own land. Your laws are different from their laws. Simply obey their laws. If their laws aren't favorable to you, please pack your things and exit their land. It is very simple. This saga really exposed a lot. This saga exposed a lot of things. There were certain things hidden that got exposed. When you surf the internet, you will see the speed at which a lot of content creators used, the speed at which they rushed to drop negative things against Nigerians. For those of them claiming that they are aligning with Nigerians, this saga exposed them all. Some of them that claimed that they are educated exposed themselves. And the question is, what really happened?
This is 12 years, some few months of me occupying the foreign diaspora leadership seat. And I must also say thank you to the people of Ghana, host nation, that accommodate us to live and do well and do business in Ghana. I also want to say big thank you to Ghana Traditional Council that recognized the Igbo throne, the Igbo diaspora throne in Ghana. I'll take you back a little bit. I did not make myself the Igbo throne. The controversy that is spreading around the world in the internet had to do with the video that I made in 2013 as the chairman of the Igbo community spoken. It was as a result of a trade issue that Nigerians were having then with Ghana Trade Union, GUTA, from 2012 to 2013 thereabout, when the GUTA asked Nigerians to leave the local market as the trade law established that foreigners are not supposed to be in a retail market, in the retail goods in the local market. Now, as of that time, we had a lot of hours of meetings with the trade ministry. I can remember a couple of our meetings that some level of advice is given to us that for we to go and build a mall that can accommodate us there, so that we'll be able to get ourselves out from these misunderstandings with the Ghana Trade Union. Then we started thinking on how to develop the vision of getting a mall for ourselves. Then we thought of having this along Aflawo Road. There is a good relationship we had with Nene Tepe, the paramount king of Kingship. Far back, 2008, 2009, we built primary school for them there to support the village, the education of the sons and daughters in that village. And we had a good relationship with him. And they have been telling us to get him investors to have vast land and also beach areas. then we remember there's opportunity over there. We can develop that more there. We went to him for this beautiful idea, and we discussed this with him. There are more ideas come out of us. The idea of developing Igbo village as a business hub area. We discussed this with him, and the king was very happy for such vision. It's like an estate to come into his kingdom. He told us he can even offer us 200 acres of land. Not offer for free, but for we to buy. We said it's too much. He said 100. We said 50 is okay for us. And he made his boys to go show us the land. We had videos, we had pictures. We come back to him, agreed on terms of payment. And we agreed the payment to take place in tranches, 3 months. Then we came back. A week after, I had TV interview like as we are here. Just like my president said. Through that interview, I said, we acquired 50 acres of land. We all want to build Igbo village and talk about the vision. Remember, this is an agreement with the king. For 3 months' time, we have to go for payment. 3 months' time, we went in for payment, and the king told us there is litigation over the land. We should hold our money. When he finished the litigation, we'll pay. We keep going in and out from 2013 to 2012, 2014. He could not round up his litigation. Along the process, we are fed up of in and out. We forget about that project. Though sometimes we talk about the vision. That is how this project, we left it. The video you are seeing on the internet that I said we build Igbo village was made 2013, 12 years ago. If you look at my age now, my age then, that time no small baby. And then you can see the video how young I was then 12 years ago. Now, we have no piece of land acquired in Qinspride for that project because it did not come to pass. Nowhere in Ghana we bought land for Igbo village till now to tomorrow. But it was so bad that some of our bloggers misinterpreted the vision and they said, we want to build Igbo kingdom in Ghana. That is 100% lies. If you go back to that video, you see what I said is Igbo village. And the interpretation of village is different from kingdom. We have no any plan to build any kingdom in Ghana. We cannot build kingdom on top of someone's kingdom. It is impossible. But some mischievous, some of our sons and daughters that believe that through internet and through having more viewers, they'll be making money from there. Now decided to carry the image of a humble person like me just for them to make money from the internet and giving wrong information. That's what. Two, the same people also trying to create misunderstanding between the two nations, Ghana and Nigeria, because of view notes they're making from internet to their followers, without thinking the consequences of what they're doing, that this is enough to destroy image of the country, is enough to cause problem, is enough to cause xenophobia. You look at the internet, there's so many AI videos against me. Some people will say, I'm on the run. Some people will say, I'm building a kingdom. I want to destroy Ghana. I want to rule Ghana. I want to, put Ghana in my pocket. Who am I to do this? And this is 100% mischievous. If they understand what they are doing, I don't think they will do this. They even put an internet that has come to my house to protest. Nobody came to my house for protest. And that video is seriously causing problem. Our people back home, all over the world, are calling us thinking that we are not safe in Ghana. But Ghana is one of the most safest countries in the world that accommodates everybody. That the security of Ghana is so good and so tight that people are comfortable living in Ghana. But what these internet bloggers are doing, they are rather destroying the image of the nation without thinking. By the grace of God, as we live in Ghana, doing our businesses, have our house where we live, when we grow old or we decide to relocate from Ghana, we will not take the properties home. It's already built in Ghana. It's also part of development. And we have businesses. We will not be part of anything that will destroy the nation. Anything that will destroy the nation come through us. That means our businesses, our properties will also be destroyed. A progressive man protects what belongs to him. In our various homes, when you buy a pencil, give to your children. This is yours. Sometimes they write their name on the pencil. If the other person take the pencil, the other one get angry because they're taking his pencil. How much more we that have businesses? So I want to let the world know that every stories they are putting out there is not a real story. Thank God. You will hear from that video clearly that is the village we are talking about. That was a vision for 12 years ago. So there's no existence of such. Then, remember, I also married a Ghanaian for 28 years with 5 biological children and other adopted children that are also Ghanaians. Where on earth you think that I will be a part of destruction or a part of uncomfortable for the host nation when I have my seed here, being my children? They're Ghanaians. And also Nigerians, but the first identity of them are Ghanaians. I felt so bad when some bloggers will be saying that Igbo should go, Igbo should go. We don't want him in Ghana. You're also sacking my wife, your daughter. Are you also sacking my children, your children? Are you also sacking my business? Are you also taking away my property, being my house? But I don't blame the people of Ghana. Heaven bear me witness. I blame those mischievous that are trying to make money from internet to cause trouble. Our brother Cyrus made a statement 24 hours after this problem he created. Cyrus is the one that created this problem in Ghana. He said, 24 hours after his video, his followers, his viewers is over 600,000. 600,000. That means you want to make money from the destruction of somebody's image. You are looking for followers. Then you want to destroy somebody's image. I want to use the opportunity to tell the youth of Ghana, please don't allow yourself to be used by a mischief who is touching the emotions of the people for them to go into destruction over Nigerians' property. While you are, if at all you go in to do that, while you are doing that, he'll be taking the footage of what you are doing to put also in his platform and making more money. And you are there to destroy. So please, the youth of Ghana, I plead with you people not to engage yourself in this kind of situation that somebody is provoking you to get into that. Ghana is a peaceful nation. As long as I'm concerned, I remain loyal to this country, Ghana, and the entire Igbos in Ghana. We are submissive to the authority of this nation. I also want to say apologies to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and all the traditional institutions in Ghana for these fake news that has given wrong image of Ghana in the world as if Ghanaians are attacking Nigerians, which is never true. Every video you saw on the internet is all about cut and join. So please be rest assured, the Igbos that live in Ghana, we are law-abiding citizens.
And that was why some sensible people stood up and said, you know what? I want to find out what is going on. They went, they asked questions, they verified, and it was all false. Some of you YouTubers, both Ghanaian YouTubers and Nigerian YouTubers, some of you content creators, TikTokers, I won't say I'm disappointed. You just exposed who you are. And for so many of you, I was never disappointed because that's what I've been saying. You jump to speak just the way you jumped to speak. And that is wrong on so many levels. One of you actually stood your ground. You painted a narrative. Like you watched this narrative and you dumped it out there. You are one of the major orchestrators of this on social media. And you call yourself a smart person. You exposed your naivety. You exposed your hatred against Nigeria. You would have waited to find out the truth. But no, many of you were jumping up and down, including Nigerians. We allowed tribal sentiments to overshadow us. We were shouting up and down. You will see some Yorubas agitating. Oh, that's how the Igbos behave. You will see the Igbos on the defense. Oh no, we cannot do this. We don't know him. Oh, if you are an Igbo person, as you claim that, you would have gone to find out the truth. Not to go to Ghana, but to type and find out the truth. So many of you should learn to ask questions. I don't need to be Igbo to defend the Igbos. I don't need to be Yoruba to defend the Yorubas. I don't need to be an Hausa person or an Edo person to defend the Edos. Just find out the truth. Do not let your tribal sentiments carry you away. See what people are doing to yourselves online. You allow the hyenas to sit back and watch. It's unfair. Some even talked about 1983. What do you think you know about 1983? For those of you that were not educated, I think it is high time you started learning your history. Ghanaians dealt with Nigerians in 1969. You even went home with your sacks and your luggages. Nigerians came back empty-handed. So, why were Ghanaians agitated? Because of false news. And I feel that social media will need to be regulated. A lot of things are going wrong. Because if not regulated, nations will go to war because of false information. My dear brothers and sisters, nothing really happened. No one bought any land anywhere. So many celebrities came out to speak on both sides. And I listened to so many of them. And to every Ghanaian celebrity that stood their ground for peace, for a listening ear, I want to say thank you. And to those of you that just rushed online to agitate and attack Nigerians, some of you used some terrible words. You exposed yourselves. And you know what? This really showed the kind of celebrities some of you are. There are some of you that are not worthy to be called celebrities. You just come and you open your mouth. Let me tell you, if you don't know, to be a celebrity is to be a brand. You are representing a brand. And when issues come up like this, you wait. Don't be eager, don't be pushed by your citizens to come out and speak. Be a brand ambassador. There are celebrities in Ghana that stood their ground to find out the truth. And these are real celebrities. Some of you don't know that being a celebrity, even in your nation, it transcends borders. You are also a representative of your nation. You are not just representing your nation's face, you are representing your nation's IQ. Some celebrities just jumped out there. They tagged Nigerians with a lot of names. They abused Nigerians. They abused the Igbos. They abused a lot of people because of false information. This was a news that was captured 2013, 12 years ago. And my question is, those of you that were agitating, did you ask to see the evidence of what was said? Some of you celebrities, some of you huge content creators, you have access to your chiefs.
Dear brothers and sisters, wisdom is profitable only to the wise. And when lies are busy running around, truth will calmly wear her shoes.
Arise, O Nigerians, the ancestors call to thee. The spirits of the spirits, the echoes of strength, rings through the chosen. Arise, O the chosen ones, the giant of Africa. In unity we stand, in resilience we conquer. Africans are true to the ancient figure.